with economies around the world bordering on recession, record rates of inflation, the standard of living increasing, everything from food to energy bills, and of course wages not keeping pace, it seems that one generational group, millennials, have actually found a way to combat this. In this video, I'll show you what many millennials are doing to get a full-time income working from home, and some of them are even making millions, no joke. So if you're looking for ways to leave your job and work from home, maybe you want some additional income streams, maybe you just want to make a side hustle, this video will definitely be for you. And if you're not, that's okay. I think you'll find this a very, very interesting video anyway, to see how these young people, as my grandmother would say, are making their money these days. For context, a millennial is someone who was born between 1980 and 1994, making the youngest millennial as of today 28 years old and the oldest at 42 years old. But it's not just millennials, it's also Generation Z or Z, depending on your country, in the generation below, who are also doing this now and very heavily moving into this way of life. A recent study from the US Census Bureau for millennials revealed the average millennial is making over 21% more income than baby boomers did at their age. And yes, this is based on inflation-adjusted median figures. And I forecast that within the next decade, Generation Z will even overtake millennials in terms of their earning power due to their rapid uptake of advanced technologies. Young people today get a terrible rap for being addicted to their phones and their tablets, their laptops, any sort of social media. But actually, for some, this has become a blessing because it's built up this skill set that older people, such as myself and many of you watching, simply don't have on some of these more advanced technologies. And we know from history and statistics that it is the younger generations that drive through new technologies, new progress, and the adoption of different technological systems. We're seeing this right now as an example in the fintech world or the decentralized finance world with cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Unlike baby boomers, the younger generations now don't actually see their career path the same way as people did back in the day. They don't want to buy a house and live in that house for 20 years. They don't want to graduate from school and then work the same job for those 20, 30, 40 years either. So this has driven millennials and Gen Z into more tech-savvy, more freedom-based work from home roles, or even working from anywhere in the world. So with all that said, then here are the top 10 ways I've identified of millennials and younger generations currently making an absolute fortune working from home right now. Number one will come as no surprise, and that is maybe what you're watching this video on now, YouTube. Because over the last couple of years, thousands of younger people have made YouTube their full-time job with over 51 million channels now on the platform. And this figure even surprised me. I had no idea that there are actually 2 billion active users on YouTube. And if you think about the world population, that's a lot of people. During the 2020 lockdowns, a huge number of YouTube channels popped up out of nowhere, including my channel as well. MrBeast takes the top earning spot on YouTube with a unbelievable $54 million income per year. Jake Paul comes in a close second with $45 million per year, and Markiplier comes in third place with a very respectable $38 million per year. Collectively then, YouTubers earned around $300 million in ad revenue from the platform last year, and if you just think about those 3 people I just mentioned, that's almost half of that ad revenue, so the rest was divided between everybody else. Number 2 then are membership platforms. Aside from earning ad revenue on YouTube then, there are a lot of different private membership platforms that you can create private content, upload it, and then charge people to access that content every month. I can give you an example from my life because many of you are part of my private membership platform over on Patreon. I have between 1,300 and 1,400 members right now, and these people pay to have a more personal relationship with me. They can private message with me. We speak on the forum. There's a large forum with a lot of people on there. I do 2 posts a week on average, just on finance, stock markets, more in-depth macroeconomics. There's a monthly Q&A video. There is a monthly investment video from me where I tell people what I think. It's usually an hour long. There's also a quarterly mastermind meeting to help people to grow and, with their finances and get additional income streams. There's a coaching program where I help entrepreneurs and people who are in jobs that want to become entrepreneurs. The list is endless with what you can do with a private membership platform. And I just want to give you an example from, I think he's still my #1 subscriber at the moment, who is Andrew Schultz. Now, if you don't know Andrew, he is a comedian and he also has another channel called Flagrant 2. So if we look at the stats here, it actually shows that Andrew and his co-host are earning somewhere in the region of $100,000 per month just from their Patreon. Plus, of course, they have their YouTube income and everything else. So these are very, very lucrative ways to make additional income streams. And this is just Patreon, where the top earners are earning around $200,000 per month. On platforms like OnlyFans, which I don't watch, by the way, before anyone starts dropping those bombs in the comments, some people on there are earning $10 million per month from you know what. Number 3 then is podcasting. Although many people expected podcasting to be a passing fad, it has actually become very popular and is growing year on year. There are now more than 2 million podcast shows online, with over 50% of US households saying that they are fans and listen to a podcast every month. And although you can't make advertising revenue like you can on YouTube with a podcast, you can make money from affiliate commissions, sponsorships, and other sort of brand deals. Joe Rogan is the world's most successful podcaster with an unbelievable subscriber base. A typical episode that he releases will get 11 million views or watches, and he will make around $750,000 for each episode that he releases. Crazy. In fact, he's so successful that in 2020, he signed an exclusivity arrangement with Spotify worth $100 million. If you're getting value from this, can you do me a quick favor? Just takes 2 seconds. Please click the like button. Thank you. Number 4 then is blogging. Number 4 is blogging. And although it might seem a little old school, blogging is actually a great way to make some extra income, especially if you are a talented writer. Being a successful blogger, though, does take a lot more time and commitment than other things like podcasting, YouTube, etc., because it does take that time to build up a loyal readership base. But again, you can make good money from affiliates, email marketing, sponsorships, and brand deals. Bloggers can even make money writing for other blogs. The highest earning blogger in 2021 was Arianna Huffington, who earns $250 million per year. Arianna co-founded the Huffington Post, now called HuffPost. Number 5 is video game live streaming and competitions. One of the most lucrative live streaming categories is gaming, which sounds like a dream to many, but for some it has become a reality. Like anything, it does take time to build up an audience, but it is one of the easier places to actually build an audience. One of the more popular platforms is, of course, Twitch, which launched in 2011 with a focus on esports and gaming. But because Twitch was so incredibly popular, hitting 3.2 million monthly members just in its first year, Amazon bought the company for $970 million just 3 years later. Today, Twitch has 140 million active monthly members. Hold on, wait. I think we've just discovered where all of those millions of missing workers are. Some of the biggest names in the online gaming space are Ninja, who earns an average of $1.4 million per year, Shroud at $2 million per year, and Dr. Lupo with $1.9 million per year. The top gamers do earn less than some of the top YouTubers and other platforms, for example, but you can still make a lot of money doing what some people love to do, which is gaming. Number 6 then is creating and selling merchandise. Rather than creating content, many are getting hands-on and creating physical products. Platforms like Etsy have enabled the more crafty people to design, produce, and sell their own products and ship worldwide, as consumers are actually moving away from mass production and more towards handmade, individual, unique pieces. Number 7 then is drop shipping. Drop shipping is a very simple concept. You simply find a product to sell, a manufacturer to make that product for you, and then all you need is a platform like eBay or Amazon to actually sell that product and find buyers from. Each time you make an online sale, the order goes to the manufacturer and not to you, who then create the product and ship it for you. So you have almost zero contact with the actual product itself. And I've heard all sorts of the most crazy products you can ever imagine going back over the years. I'll tell you a funny story then. So 5 years ago, I had a mentoring client who used to make some really weird stuff for pets. And he also had some of these really goofy, funny commercials for them. So I want to demonstrate one of these commercials now then. I just get into roll here. I've got the script ready. Are you thinking of hosting your boss for dinner, but afraid your dog might drop a stink bomb? Well, fear no more. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, introducing... You get the idea here. So he was making tablets to stop dogs from farting. No, I'm not joking. He also had a range of fresh breath chews for dogs and I guess other animals to actually chew. Why? I'm not sure. I mean, personally, I don't know about you. I don't get right in a dog's face, close enough to smell its breath, but I don't know, maybe some people do. Number 8, multi-level marketing. Now, MLMs, as they're more commonly known, have been around for a long time now, decades. And yes, I know some of them have got some very bad stigma attached to them, some very negative connotations. But I would say in recent years, some of the more popular, reputable brands have done a lot of good for the industry. And of course, some of the most common ones that have been heavily adopted by stay-at-home mums in particular include the following: Roden & Fields, Young Living Essential Oils, Avon, doTERRA, Scentsy, Mary Kay, Beachbody, and Unique. Number 9 then is freelance gigs. As we covered on last week's video, who needs a hard manual working job when you can do freelance work from your laptop at home or on the beach in Bali? In line with some of the trends of in-person, at the office working shrinking, the demands for part-time workers, freelancers, contractors has just been absolutely exploding in the last 6 months. In fact, according to a 2020 Upwork Freelance Forward report, 65% of freelancers who left an employer to freelance earn more than they did at their previous job, and this is what makes it so attractive to millennials and Gen Z. And of course, with these beautiful Instagram images and videos showing these tropical paradise like the Maldives and Bali, Koh Samui, Phuket, where you can just sit on the beach and work from your laptop in your hammock, drinking your pina colada or beer. Young people are running to this as fast as they can right now while they still can. Carbon knockdowns. Excuse me. Number 10 then is crypto and day trading the markets. Lockdowns and working from home gave millions of people the opportunity to actually track the markets daily. Added to this, all the technology, the different platforms, apps on your phone now, where you can know the price of any stock or cryptocurrency in the click of a button, has also added to this huge growth in this area. And of course, it goes without saying, with these wild fluctuations in prices over the last year, meme coins and where my Lambo hashtag, some people have made absolute fortunes over the last couple of years. In this video then, I've covered just a handful of ways that millennials, Gen Z, are actually making money online. But of course, not every millennial will have this level of success or even want to do this kind of work. I know that when I was younger, I definitely, the last thing you would have me doing is being in an office or working from home. I wanted to be out in the wilderness 24/7. It's just who I was when I was a little younger. And in fact, I do, like to spend most of my time outdoors now anyway, but of course I have to blend it with working from home because these videos don't make themselves. But these days, especially after the 2 years of lockdowns and the changing mindset around work, if you're a young person, or maybe you're not a young person, whatever age you are, if you've been thinking about starting something from home, any 10 of these businesses I just mentioned or income streams are usually a good start. So if you're a millennial or Gen Z, you probably haven't even made it to this point in the video because statistics show that you drop off halfway. But if you did make it to this point in the video, drop me a comment below because I would love to know if you are Gen Z, millennial, whatever group you're in, because, well, quite frankly, I'll be impressed because you've probably got a very bright future ahead of you if you have this attention span. And if even after watching all these ideas, you still feel a little stuck, remember I do have a group coaching program. It is not expensive at all. We meet twice a month on a Saturday, and I think it would really help for many people to just get unstuck and figure out what they want to do. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you as a viewer, a subscriber. Take care, God bless. Please click the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.